What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video where we're going to talk about the most important accessory or piece of gear on your fishing kayak. All right, guys, so listen, every year I do a video where I talk about wear your PFD. But this year I'm going to do a little more than talk about wear your PFD. This isn't a brand endorsement. I'm not going to be forcing anything down your throat. The whole idea is that the most important thing you can have in your PFD is you. But let's talk about some of the things that I carry in my PFD, why I carry them there, and some of the things that I've stopped carrying in my PFD over the years for various reasons. So we're just going to jump right into it in today's What's in My PFD. And then I want to challenge some of the other YouTubers out there. I'm going to start with Bearded Dad because he challenged me last year to do the crate challenge to see what's in your PFD. So Bearded Dad Fishing, I'm challenging you to show us what's in your PFD. So look, guys, over the years I've evolved the style of PFDs, the brand of PFDs, and how I rig my PFD. I used to tell people a PFD should be a wearable tackle box, but after a couple of incidences where I had to get in the water to help someone else, I realized that I was very weighted down by my PFD, and the purpose of the PFD is to save your life. Even at 6 or 7 years old, we were going to the fishing spot one time. My son Austin looked over and said, "Dad, does PFD stand for prevention from drowning?" And I was like, you know what? It doesn't, but it should. And I think if you don't wear your PFD, it stands for pretty friggin' dumb. Because here in North Alabama, just recently, we've lost 2 or 3 people, 2 for sure, the third one possibly, simply because they didn't have their PFD on and capsized their kayak, 2 duck hunting and 1 fishing, and weren't able to get back in their kayak because of the cold water. This thing will save your life. Not might, it will save your life eventually. But let's talk about some of the utility aspects of it and some of the things that I do. For years and years, I had a whole bunch of crap in and on my PFD, and I still have some things attached to it. So we're just gonna walk through it. We're gonna start over here on the right side. So first and foremost, I've got a little lanyard right here, and I've got a whistle. You 100% need a whistle. In many states, in most states, actually I don't know anywhere where it's not required to have a signaling device. So this whistle right here, this is a KBF edition version. Just a super loud, I can blow it louder than that, but it's real simple, real convenient, and it just hooks right onto the PFD strap. The next thing that I've got is, I've got it on this micro leash from the folks at Rogue, is I've got a little line clipper, a little nail knot tire, a jig eye buster, and a hook sharpener tool. I don't exactly know who makes this thing. It's a fly fishing tool that I've used for years. I've actually only had a couple of these in my life because they last forever. I'll try to figure out where it is, and I'll put the link in the description box below. But this thing right here is worth its weight in gold for tying knots, for busting the paint out of jigs, for detangling. This thing right here is supposed to be a nail knot tire, but it's really good for detangling a backlash if you get a bird's nest. And then if you're tying knots like I do, where you got to get in there really close, those flush cutters are just a necessity. Now, I used to have this pocket on the right side just piled up with hooks and tungsten weights and all that kind of stuff, and now I keep it simple. I keep 1 pack of hooks, whatever current pack of hooks I'm using. In this case, last time I was fishing, I was using the 3/0 Mustad grip pin hooks, and then I was also doing some wacky rigging, so I had some spare wacky rig O-rings and my wacky rig tool. In this pocket, that's pretty much everything. I do have a quiet leash from the folks at Yak Rods with a knife on it. This knife here is my backup knife. And you always want to have your knife on a lanyard. For years and years and years, I wore and endorsed having a PFD knife out here. Many of the PFD knives, though, have a clip that when you pop them loose, they're no longer attached to you. So you do a little quick thing and and you lose the knife, and you donated it to the bottom of the river, and it doesn't serve the purpose for what you need it for. And it's also bulky, gets caught on a lot of stuff, and eventually people stop using it. So I wanted to come up with something that I could use and endorse. And this little cheap, it's $25 for that knife and this little cutter right here from SOG. I think it's called the Senti 2. Again, I'll link it up in the description box. What's cool about this thing is I can tuck it into unused space. I got a little short lanyard on it so I can find it with my finger, pull it out, and then pull the knife out either with my thumb or whatever finger. Now, the reason I like these type of knives is you also have to think about that you're not just going to save yourself. Sometimes you're going to be in a situation where you might have to save somebody else. They flip their kayak, they get entangled. And what I really like about these style cutters is not only do you have to put it on your main finger, You know, you can put it over here on like your third finger over, and you can close your hand and you can use it as a cutter, but you still have your hands free to use. You know, I'm very comfortable in the water. I spent, you know, a big portion of my adult life as a rescue swimmer in the Navy. And the first part of your training as a rescue swimmer, you got some of the baddest dudes on the planet actively trying to drown you to the point to get you comfortable. Plus, I grew up in Louisiana, where 75% of the surface of the state is covered in water. I just am really comfortable in water, even in crazy situations. But not everybody is comfortable. So sometimes you have to help the other person. So this little ring knife right here that you can keep tucked away, indiscreet, but then you can use that thing to cut stuff away, not worry about cutting yourself or cutting the other person, and then you still have your hands free to use, and then it just pops right back on this little carrying doohickey right here, clips in place, and then I just put it on a little leash made out of Dacron, and then slide it into my PFD so it's easy to get to in behind my zipper, and then it's out of the way when I need it. Moving over a little bit more to the center, I've always got my key for my motor, my kill switch attached to me. That way if I stand up and I inadvertently bump the throttle, it doesn't throw me out the boat. Or if I get out of the kayak, or while I'm getting out of the kayak, I bump the throttle, I don't inadvertently kill myself. So I keep the kill switch attached to me, and the most smart place to put it, in my opinion, is on this D-ring or this D-loop down at the bottom of my PFD. So if you use a motorized kayak, attach the kill switch to your PFD. It makes the most sense, okay? Don't attach it to the boat where if you fall out of the boat, it doesn't kill the motor, because now the kayak's gonna take off and leave you. I'm telling you, there are numbers of videos out there of people that have fallen out their kayak and had to have somebody else help them, or their kayak's just running away. So you wanna have your kill switch on there. Now, the next thing I did is a little bit of, mostly just for looks, and it's a morale thing, is to put some Velcro on here, but I also use it for other things. Sometimes I take the knife and I stick it in behind one of these patches and put the Velcro on there, like if I'm running a river, it's right where I need it. So it's mostly for looks and showing off a little pride in my Navy career and, you know, my relationship with Realtree and the good old American flag, that kind of thing. But all I did is I took adhesive Velcro, stuck it to the front pockets of my PFD, and then I tack sewed it around the outside edges just to give it a little functionality. I also did the same thing right here, so I have a little Velcro patch, and what that works for is like sticking a hook in temporarily. I can stick the microphone for when I'm filming to it. It just does a lot of stuff, like just a place to stick stuff. Moving over to my other pocket, I've always got my phone in a dry case. In this case, it's in a life-proof case, and then I've got it attached to the Defender phone tether from the folks at Rogue, because then if I fall out and happen to get separated from my kayak, I've got my phone, the #1 emergency device you can take with you. I've got it attached to the PFD. When I'm doing catch photo release tournaments, it's got this cool nifty little ring in the back of it. It's great for shooting, you know, selfies and holding the phone and all that good stuff. Anyway, that thing right there is one of the smartest investments I've ever made. It's the Defender phone tether from the folks at Rogue. If you don't have one of these yet, you should get one, because you want to have your phone on you. You don't want to have it in a dry box. You flip your boat, you get separated from it, now your phone's halfway down the river or across the lake, and you don't have your phone. So attach your phone to your PFD. It's great for catch photo release, and it also just makes sure that you keep it on your person. Now, I have nothing else in this pocket. The reason I have nothing else in this pocket is this pocket has a piece of Velcro on the inside of it. So I've taken some of my small tackle boxes and put the hook side Velcro on the other side, and I can actually stick it right there, and it works as a nice little bench, a little workstation. And then if I want to stick a couple of hooks or a small fly or something when I'm fly fishing in there, I can stick it in there and close it up, and it's out of the way. So a lot of times, like if I'm gonna, before I put a hook back in my tackle box, I'll stick it in that Velcro just enough for it to catch the fuzz, and then when I close it up, it'll dry before I put it back in the tackle box. And honestly, I don't keep anything else in my PFD at this point, but there is one little thing right here that I've had on my PFD now for a number of years. It is a cool tool, but it also pulls double duty. If you happen to flip your kayak and you got entangled with fishing line, you could grab that fishing line and run it through this line cutter, and you'll be out of it in a split second, because this stuff cuts braided line up to like 150 pound, 180 pound, like hot butter. I've gone through only 2 of these in my entire life, but I use this like Frank's Red Hot. I put this shit on everything. I've got it on my seat frame. I've got it on my seat backpack. And one of the things that I've done to make my PFD more functional is I've taken a lot of the crap that I used to carry it out of it and put it in a little backpack that goes in the back of my seat from Bonafide. This one's called the Sideline bag. You can find that one at their website, or you can find a gear bag of your own. The big thing is I took a lot of crap out of my PFD. I got down to the bare essentials. You want the kill switch attached. You want a whistle. You want bare minimums. And then the last but not least thing is, to make my life easy when it comes to using my power pole, I have my key fob attached directly to my PFD on a short little small tether. It's out of the way. I can take it off if I'm gonna happen to not be using the power pole at all, by simply just taking this loop, pulling it over itself and taking it off, and then throw it in my backpack and then put it back on when I need it. But that right there makes everything that I need. So if I'm standing up, I don't have to try to find the key fob. I hate the lanyard around my neck. It drives me crazy. I don't know what it is. I'm just not a big stuff around my neck, kind of person. So guys, that's it. But here's the deal. The number one thing that you want to make sure you have in your PFD is you, okay? Look, I know a lot of people think it's too hot, it's too uncomfortable, but so are caskets, okay? I'm pretty sure they get kind of hot. And you owe it to your family to come back home. You owe it to your friends to not put yourself in a life-threatening situation. And it's just a practical device that you can actually wear and that you can use to make your life easier on a fishing kayak. So think of it as a wearable, a vest that's got your gear attachments to it, your essentials. But not wearing it really is what I said in the beginning. It's pretty freaking dumb. So do me a favor. Not only should you wear your PFD, but also encourage those that you fish with to wear their PFD. I'm a big fan of the standard PFD. This is the Pisces from the folks at Stoquist. The NRS Chinook is still one of the best fishing PFDs out there. The folks at Stoquist make a whole bunch of other ones. Old Town's got great PFDs. Who am I missing? Mustang has got some great PFDs. The folks from Onyx have great PFDs. It doesn't matter which PFD you wear. The most important thing is that you wear it. And you can get away with an inflatable. I argue with my son about this a lot. It's the youth versus old man thing. I highly encourage you to wear a standard PFD to the maximum extent possible. You might think you're gonna get a heat stroke, but the chances of you getting a heat stroke are a heck of a lot lower than actually ending up in a situation where you fall out of the kayak, you bump your head, you get hit by a boater, whatever. There's a lot of situations where you can end up in that you're gonna need your PFD. So do me a favor, do your family a favor, do yourself a favor, and just wear it. All right, hold up real quick. One other thing that you guys should be aware of is your boy's gonna be making his own PFD real soon. It's gonna be called the OG PFD. Stay tuned for details on that. But here, do me a favor. We're gonna do a giveaway for you knuckleheads that hang out to the end of the video. Comment what you call a PFD. Some people call it a life jacket, a lifesaver, a blah, blah. Put in the comment section what you call your PFD, and I'm gonna pick a winner, and then I'll buy you the PFD of your choice to gift to a friend, okay? So do me a favor, comment in the comment section what's your favorite PFD. Actually, put the name of the PFD, but do me a favor, put what you call it, whether it's a life jacket, a life preserver, a PFD. I've heard some crazy names. Y'all put them in the comment section. I'll pick a winner. I'll buy the PFD. I'll buy you a PFD and your buddy a PFD. So do me a favor, light up that comment section, and also put some comments down there and tell me what you would like to see, what features you'd like to see in the best PFD ever made for kayak fishing. All right, now y'all can go back to doing what you're doing.